stylist. Well, she's not my stylist. She's my seamstress. I style myself.
Nice.
I create like this. Like right now, she just came and brought me this to put on. So I just design things and then she sews them for me, makes it. But she made these earrings for me.
That's dope.
They hard. It's like they hurt.
Right. That's what I was.
They don't really hurt. They feel like they might be a little heavy, but they're really not as heavy as you think.
I got some boys in Hoover to make it to a piece and chain. They would be in the club lit with that like
money.
Especially when it's dark in the club, ain't nobody gonna know. They be like, yeah, it's lit. You know
you're right.
You see me. You see me.
That's
Alright, we rolling already.
okay. Oh, we already rolling.
That's fine. It's all good. Hey, what up? Level Up Podcast. We in the building. You see us. She got the money on her ears. You know what I'm saying? We in here. It's the bang is banging. You know what I mean?
Banging.
You know what I'm saying? The walls banging. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's banging.
Everything
banging. My boy Nick, we in the building, man. What's good? What's good? I'm glad to be back here.
Hey, man. Y'all know it's me. It's Nick, man. We in the building with Sunny.
Hey.
Sunny, did you like that?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
That's like one word.
Working, we're gonna.
Happening, man. You've been doing your thing. You've been shining for the city of Houston. So.
I appreciate it. I look, time for my city on.
Yeah.
More on it with it already is.
You've been going hard the last few months, so we just trying to figure out, what's the. Like, I feel like you got something in the making that you're trying to do, so you've been pushing.
For sure. I got something to prove to myself and to the world.
Okay.
Dead ass.
You doing it.
I feel you on that.
For sure. And I love, like, I was looking at your page, some of the stuff you've been doing, and one thing we always talk about, artists, networking, building it, bigging up other artists. I see you a shout out to artists. Like, man, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's enough for everybody. So,
always.
You know what I mean?
I'm really big on being supportive to, especially if you're my friend. I don't care. There's no way I can call myself your friend and don't support what you do.
Right.
Even if you're not the absolute best at it, I'm going to support you because you out there, you putting yourself out there, you doing it, you working at your craft. So, like, that's all that matters to me. The world, who am I to say who's going to get famous tomorrow? It ain't up to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
sure,
like, at the end of the day, if you in my circle, if you somebody, you know what I'm saying? I call my friend, I'm going to always support you. And then even, like, women in general, I'm a big supporter of just women. Like, it's hard out here as a woman being an artist, especially in the entertainment industry. It's just... It's hard. So we need all the support we can get from each other.
For sure.
Okay.
Are there any like struggles that you would care to share as far as being a woman in the industry that you would like, I know that wouldn't have happened to me if I wasn't a woman kind of situation?
I definitely feel like we get talked to a lot differently no matter what.
No, the money's raining. Don't worry about the money raining.
I ain't put it all the way in my ear. No, I definitely feel like we get talked to differently. And I definitely feel like we get held to a different standard. That's just what it is. How we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to be on stage. It's just we're always held to a different standard.
Right.
And everything we do is judged to a different standard on social media.
For sure.
Either we're problematic or bipolar or this or that. It's just those stereotypical phrases are always put on us as women more so than men.
Yeah.
And I think that it definitely causes a toll on mental when it comes to that's our mental that because we can fake it all day. Don't get it wrong. Like we can walk out, we can fake it, we can smile, but a lot of mental the mental of our female artists is fucked up. Excuse my language, because we go through so many things that we know. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, half the time isn't fair to us, or we're going 10 times harder than this next nigga who ain't really got no bars, who ain't even really that good. But he and his niggas in the hood and pumped him up, so here he go. You know what I'm saying? Where our talent gets overlooked, unless we got some niggas behind us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a double standard.
I agree. I mean, I actually agree with you because I feel like a woman has to dang near be like sexy, talented.
Damn,
you gotta
be able to do all those things.
Like you gotta do all that. Yeah. Then you can look at some of the regular, like I said, some of the hood niggas video. They just say about it, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But they million views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm on both sides. I feel exactly what you mean too. But I think the niggas kind of go through it, but just in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's their side as men struggles.
Like men
for
gotta
sure
have jewelry.
I was about to say they have their own.
Dressed a certain way, you're not gonna get taken serious. Like the bars and shit. Like people not really listening to what you're saying no more either. So it's like
they are, but they are with women. They want to see. If you got bars, they want to know. They want you to do all this like you a puppy sometimes. Rap on spot, like nigga, you rap on spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna come to like it's just stuff like that where they'll try you all the time because you're a woman and they feel like you gotta prove yourself in that moment. That's the part. They're gonna pull your card quicker than a dude.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Man, that's crazy.
No,
for real. It's like, but how do you even get past it? Like, how do you even fix it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like my personality helps because I'm such one of those people where it's like everybody's like, oh, like you're so cute, so this, so that, and they just kind of like, I don't know. I just naturally bring a certain energy. I feel like out of people, and I naturally know how to like slide myself out of situations very smoothly. I ain't gotta, you know what I mean, make it feel away or nothing like that. Like I'll just politely exit my way out. That's just me as in general. You know, everyone might not know how to do that. But
so,
no, you are correct. No, some don't know how to do none of that.
Yeah, some people, you know, they
just gonna walk up and expect you to just be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You really ain't got no substance. So, I understand what you're saying on that. Do you feel like stuff is different now that you are pursuing this? I think I asked you this before when we was off camera. Do you feel like it's different now that you're pursuing it as a single, like
a solo artist? Definitely. It's definitely been different. I mean, just seeing the growth, you know, for me, recording my first ever song in September, to shooting my first video in October, to releasing my first single in December. I had 2 sold out shows before I even released the single. I brought out 60 to 65 people on 2 different shows, and that right there alone amazing.
No, for sure.
Because it showed me I was coming in the gate with support and people who really, really believed in me. And it was really very shocking considering that I think that people were just also very shocked because no one knew what I was going to sound like as a solo artist. Because of course, me and Tally have been doing music together for 10 years. We never did solo music. No one's ever heard me on a song by myself. And no one's ever heard a song by herself. So it was like, really, I ain't gonna lie, it was a shocker to me too. I wanted to see how it was gonna sound.
Yeah, for sure.
I kid you not. I didn't have some songs waiting in the back vault for when we went solo. You know what I mean? Like that really never where I was at. So I was really starting from ground zero. You know what I mean? So everything that you're seeing is really creatively me and only me. I don't have nobody writing. I don't have no team. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Like even my creative, that angle of everything is coming from me. Ain't nobody in the background. Creatively, nothing. It's me. So it was like people, I feel like they just see me invested in myself. They see me really my confidence built a whole different level. And it was a traumatic change just in general because you're used to having somebody next to you and on your side and up there with you for so many years. So you naturally think like to yourself like, how's this gonna go? How are they gonna perceive me? How are they gonna receive what I'm doing on stage? You know what I mean? Like all of those things went through my head. But I ain't gonna lie, something in me was like, okay, you've been trained for this, you've been marinated, you went through our development, you've been signed, you've been through so many of these situations, and God didn't put you in these for nothing. You know what I mean? So that was kind of how I looked at it, and I just trusted my gut, and I just started, all right, let me get on stage, let me put this out, let me see. And when I saw the response was so well, I was like, all right, this is gonna be the single. Because so many women was responding to it when I was performing it. And I even had like my own little small focus group. So I would bring like 10, 15 girls to my house and let them listen to it.
Get their feedback.
And get their feedback. I would even tell them, bring a couple of friends. Like, I don't know if y'all know, if you follow me on Instagram, I always got something going on at my house. I always got the party house. People be surprised. I've come to my hostess and stuff with 30 girls. I kid you not. 25, 30 girls. Like I always got females with me, and that's because I always give them a safe place. You are going to have a safe place with me. You're going to have fun. You're not going to be judged because I don't keep any of those type of people around me. I might have in the past, but now I have a decision on my life, what I'm doing, I'm not keeping them type of people around me. So naturally, who gravitated to me, who's in my circle on the women end are very like beautiful, motivational people who anybody I bring into the circle, they make them feel like welcoming, you know what I mean? It's not none of that weird shit. If you come to my section, my friends are gonna talk to you. Like, I hate when I go to people and take me out and go to their section, they people just staring at you.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't want to talk. I'm like, okay, what we out here for?
That's weird. That's weird.
I don't like them type of vibes when you go out with me. When you go out with me, I want to make sure you remember that and you want to come out with me again. So that's the environment that I create. You know what I mean? And I think that's why so many females like want to be and hang out and want to pull up. And that's how I can bring out so many people to shows because it's like they have fun with me.
Yeah, it's the vibe.
I don't make it weird.
To have a good time.
You come to my show, I'm gonna talk to you. We gonna hang. We gonna have a drink. You just came and spend money on me. I'm not about to just hide by you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just what I've been on, and that's what I even present on my page. And I feel like that's what's been helping me and pushing me forward, and why so many other female rappers are now starting to, you know what I mean, invite me out and talk to me and network and connect with me, because that's the energy I've been bringing. And when they meet me in person, I give that exact same energy. And it's like, this is me. You know, there's no alternative motive. There's no hidden agenda.
Right.
You know, any of that. Like, so I just thank God that like it's been such a great transition, and everyone has been receiving me and embracing me and supporting me. You know, like I'm still like in disbelief sometimes, but at the same time I have so much more to do and so much more to accomplish. But like I'm just grateful for where I've been within these 4 to 5 months, where I've gotten, you know.
That's quick. That's good though.
Yeah, that's
good for sure.
It's surprising to me. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I wasn't expecting for you to even like feel any type of way. But I thought you was gonna go in, because I always told you, even when I interviewed y'all like a long time ago, I always told you was the one with the bars and she was the one with the singing and you know, shit like that. So I thought it was gonna be a smooth transition for you. You just gonna jump on something and bam, here you go. Like, it's my single, bro. So like the fact that you telling me that right now,
crazy.
Like, wow, you really feel some type of way about that? I'm telling you, like, I always said that from the jump.
No, some people saw it in me and knew, and then I think it was more so, like I said, when you used to having that person that's your person for so long, naturally, you know, you're gonna doubt certain things and be like, all right, you know what I mean? How do I set the play up now? How should things be? Because you're just so used to, you know, running ideas behind somebody or meeting halfway, or y'all couldn't, you know what I'm saying, coming up with stuff together, things like that. Like, you're naturally going to look for that. But, you know, I don't anymore. But in the beginning, it was kind of like I said, it was a hard transition because my mind naturally went there. But then I put myself in, like I said, prove myself. Because I had to tell myself, like, you know, this is your turn. Right. Like, this is you cannot take any of the years you know what I'm saying, you have back. All you can do is go now and go forward and put your best foot forward. And I say I don't want to waste any more time. I guess that's why people like, damn, look what you did so much in 4 months. When that switch clicked and I said I don't want to waste any time, and I have a goal by this time next year where I want to be, it's a wrap. I got to get there. So from there, when I put my mind to that, it was like, all right. And then naturally, everything started coming. The things that you already feel like would have been easy. I didn't necessarily see that in myself at first, like I said. You know, it was just a natural doubt. Just a natural little doubt of just people receiving what I had to say by myself. Just because never had to have, like, I no one had to hear me by myself yet. So it was like, you know, like, you just want people, when you're an artist, you're sensitive about your shit, period. And you want people to fuck with it. So, but, I mean, hey, that little fear of mine, I've gotten over that hump.
So that should even boost your confidence even more, knowing that, like you said, internally you had some thoughts like, man, I don't know. But you had somebody right here, in their mind, they already was like, oh, that's what you was already destined for. You know what I mean? So that's good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it too.
No, for real. Do you feel like now that you are here and at this place, like, do you look back at some of the stuff you went through, like, you know, the shit with Matthew Knowles and all of that? Like, do you feel like that kind of helped you in a way to now know what you need to do for yourself? Or you
definitely helped me.
Or you feel like it was all the bullshit you went through and that was
no, even the bad and the good. I needed to see the bad. I needed to know and go through the bullshit to call the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm able to call bullshit out. I'm able to understand business a lot more because, one, I learned business and I also got fucked over in business on both ends. So it's like when you get been fucked up, you never want to be fucked over again. So you're going to pay attention to certain things that you didn't pay attention to before. You're going to, you know what I'm saying, naturally do certain things you never did before. And then even on the good, I know what I had, so I know what I can do. So I'm only going to go for better. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, like, even with the management thing, like I have a business manager, but at the same time, I don't have a regular manager yet because, like, what can you do for me that I'm not doing for myself right now? You know what I mean? And I had one of the top managers in the industry, and I dealt with a lot of bullshit. And he still could only do so much. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I learned that people gonna show you it. When people really believe in you, they gonna show you before they make you sign some piece of paper.
That's true.
That's what I had to learn and understand. And the moment that person really comes in that's for you and they believe in you, you're going to see actions before anything else. And I feel like when I see that, that's how I know, okay, this is the person. That's why I'm just been getting myself as far as I can go and showing the world that people believe in me. Because unfortunately, that's how this world works. People got to see it.
That's true. It's a show me world now. Like, they want to see what can you do your own before I step in and
invest my money or invest my time.
Right. And I tell all the artists all the time too, like, it's never a rush for a manager. Ever. Like when you really need a manager, you will know. Like, you'll be like, it's too much, it's hectic. I don't want to talk to this person about this and negotiate with them about this and this. Like, when it gets to that point, then you're gonna start, okay, let me see what this is about. But right now, you might feel like you don't need it.
I mean, I got a rep who negotiates for me, so on the business end, that's what I said.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I have that. That was the number one thing I did because it started to get a lot on that end. Because I had a lot of people coming to me for booking me for shows and this and that, hosting and this, which was cool. But it was coming back to back to back, and I was like, ooh, I don't have time to talk to these people.
Right.
So I was like, let me appoint someone to do that and then just at least manage the business part of the things that I have going on. So I do have that into play, which definitely helped me because, sometimes you don't want to be the bad guy as an artist. You need somebody else to be the bad guy. That's right. Because you have a brand and an image that you have to uphold, and you never want people to feel a personal something towards you. That's that's why I did that, definitely.
That's smart. People don't know how to separate the difference. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, if they meet you one time, they feel like, remember, I made you such and such.
Or did one thing for you and they expect for you to wave.
Nah.
And let you do. I'm like, no, it's not.
That was a moment. That was one moment. Like, this don't equal that.
People kill me with that one. I'm like, you're coming to me for a service. What made you think I'm supposed to just wave everything I got going on for you? I could see if you was trying to, I help you, you help me. You ain't even doing that. You just immediately want me to give so much to you. Like, I don't work hard for what I got going on over here. That should be crazy to me because I don't come to people expecting anything for free. My mama always told me, don't leave out the house if you ain't got no money in your pocket or can't buy yourself something to eat. Like, it's crazy to me how people.
Man.
I'm not even surprised no more.
At this point,
for anything, bro. I'll be like, what? Like,
right.
What?
I would be uncomfortable to answer some of the things people ask for.
No, daddy.
Like, you said that.
Daddy.
You asked that.
Right. The shit is amazing.
And you serious asking this.
Right. Some of the things.
Ooh, we'll pray for him.
Now, we did want to throw in one thing that we was having this debate before you came.
It's a little sidebar.
Yeah, a little sidebar. Go ahead and throw it.
She know what I say.
She basically said men are weird, right?
Men can be very weird.
And we said women are weird. So
I feel like men mislead a lot more than women mislead.
Like mislead their partner, just mislead in general.
Mislead like in general. Like I'm not even speaking of like my own relationship. I'm just speaking of like just men. Like I have friends that have weird men. Like
I hear a lot of weird situations about my friends with men's.
And I think what you allow, but still, it's like, how do you even feel okay? Like how y'all say asking for money or certain things, but like just doing certain things that you do. Men will do some weird things before I feel like a woman.
Yeah. We gonna hide our shit and put it in the behind closed doors. You're not about to see us doing well, saying nothing weird. Like that.
Out there. You gonna see everything off rip.
Facts. Like, for example, like one of the debatable moments, like Valentine's Day just passed. Mm-hmm. And, you know, some women didn't get Valentine's Day gifts or anything like that. So they feel like, you know, but they still with the dude. So, like, for the ones that's not having a financial issues or anything like that, niggas just dry, burn off, and not talk to you on Valentine's Day. Like, a lot of women went through that for Valentine's Day. I know you seen some stuff on your timeline.
That's crazy.
You know some women that was with this one dude, but on Valentine's Day, shit was different. So, it's like... We was talking about that, like
I ain't gonna lie. I date anybody and they just disappear me on Valentine's Day. We is not together.
we broke up.
We ain't dating.
I don't know.
Cause you ain't trying to date me if you doing that. Even if we not in a relationship, you can't be trying to date me doing that. Cause dating me, that's the stage of you proving why I should make you my boyfriend or my girlfriend. So like, what? That don't make sense. Right. This is not how it should.
It's what women allow, I guess, but at the same time, it's like men they just come out with it. Like
I mean, one thing about men, they are very what you see is what you get.
Facts.
Most of the time, unless they're like a secret serial killer who lives double lives. Now those things they're different.
or undercover brothers.
Right, they're different. Like people who really live them 2 different lives are different. But most men. It is what you see is what you get, and most men are very, I feel like, simple, and they don't sometimes think into things as far as they probably should. Yeah. And then we're thinking so far into it, like, why do you're not thinking far into it? Because you need to be thinking this, and this. And then y'all end up getting lost in the thoughts, like, well, what did I miss that I wasn't thinking? Like, it becomes a confusion.
It does.
That quick between, and you know what I had to realize, my friend who was in school, and he was a psychiatrist, and he was like, you know, I think people forget that men and women think on 2 different sides of the brain. Facts. Literally, scientifically. Therefore, naturally, their response and our response is naturally going to be differently. How we process things is naturally already differently. So that's why, you know, it's kind of like one of those situations where we kind of got to meet each other halfway. And that's why it really matters who your partner is, because like you have to learn a person, understand a person, compromise. The only way anything in life is gonna work. Facts. Any partnership, relationship, friendship. Like everybody don't think on it, like everybody don't think about things the same way. So like that really does matter. And I think that like women, we just overthink things and y'all underthink things.
Oh, for sure. You know, I think like a lot of men also, like we're raised to be emotionless in a lot of situations. So, you know, certain things that, you know, women say. Yeah, so even when we feel something, we don't want to look soft or too emotional. So if y'all say something to us, we kind of be like, yeah, but inside we like, you know, we really died on the inside, but you know, we taught and raised to be the man. So it's hard for us to break down and be like, all right, I really feel like when you did this, it hurt my feelings. Something that simple is so hard for a man to say. So,
no, I completely understand. It's funny that you brought that conversation up because I was just talking about that earlier because we were talking about Kanye.
Okay.
And I was talking about this documentary and I was talking about how I think that his whole goal in life is to change the view of the black man because how people view him is so many things that a normal man wouldn't do. But if you look at the documentary, he's always been a sensitive guy. He's always wanted love. He's always wanted people to love him, and he's loved and respected these people.
For sure.
So it's like when you're constantly getting slammed and slammed and slammed and slammed, and you have a black woman raising you. You don't have a man. You have a black woman who nurtures you with a certain type of love, who nurtures your sensitivity, part of your body, you know, part of you, and then you get that taken away from you. Now no one understands you. No one's being sensitive, you know what I'm saying, being able to have empathy with you because they don't understand the sensitive side of you.
Right.
And then you can't express it because you look crazy. You can't express it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. I sat up there and I understood him to the absolute T.
Agreed.
From what I already did, because I already understood him to a certain extent. But this really opened my mind because I was like, this man really he's just sensitive and he just wants to be loved. And that's just that. Yeah. And his kids was the closest thing to love that he had from his mom when that was taken away. Natural. Of course, his wife was too, but at the same time, life happened.
Right.
Where that was taken away, and you know what I'm saying. And now the little small things that he do have, you know what I mean. It's being tampered and crossed, and he ain't fucking with it. And now he expressing it, and he looking crazy, but he ain't crazy.
Right.
He's just like, I should be able to express this as a black man. I should be able to cry and want my kids and do this and do that and want my wife back. You know what I mean? Without looking crazy or like I went over the edge. Because all these people talk about fighting for love. Well, shit, he fight for his. It might look like it a crazy way.
Right.
But more black men out here really fighting for their family like that. Like how he's thinking about things, I don't think people are really thinking about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's still a normal human being. He's sensitive, and then when you add bipolarism on top of it, he's naturally gonna respond and do things differently than a normal person. Because his emotions are on 10 all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like I really hope the world can really have empathy with him and understand him as a person, because it's not a lot of people who are billionaires who has bipolarism, who was raised by a single black woman.
No, for real.
Is there any other one that I know of? Who's on his way to being a trillionaire, because the nigga already worth $10 billion.
Right.
So he clearly is some type of genius.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have to have respect for that, because I mean, he's proven, and he came in the game changing it. He literally made it okay for backpack rappers. Facts. He made it okay for them to wear tighter pants. Let's be clear. He brought a different style, sound, and all of that in the gate, not without plaques and Grammys behind him or anything like that. That's how he came in. So I think that his purpose on this earth is to shake some shit up.
And he's doing it.
And I agree too. The only thing I don't agree with though is the shit with Kim. Like, I feel like as an adult, you shouldn't put your personal life.
I don't think he should. That's why I said when you put it on top of bipolarism, you're going to naturally. He's crying out for help in his way that he feels going to make her get the attention, and he knows at the end of the day, she's a social media whore. She unfortunately is addicted to attention. So he's like, well, I'm going to hit you with her because you like this attention on social media. So let me give it to you. I ain't saying it's right. This is how the normal divorce people behind clothes have all kind of weird spats with each other. It just so happened we're watching it in front of the world.
In front of the world.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference. It's the only difference.
Right. 1,000%.
But I respect him even more for like she was saying, like, you know, I feel like somebody made a post and said, if Kanye crazy, I'm crazy too.
For real?
Yeah, a lot of people be saying
what I be thinking. So he just physically doing what I be saying, dang, I would have did that too.
Nah, for real.
I would have did the same thing.
No, dead ass.
So it's like people mad at him and like, bro, you know you thought about that same thing.
Nah, for
like,
real.
No cap. Like, for real, you would have did that too. Or at least you thought about it.
No, for real, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, you know, I just respect him at a whole nother level.